Until about 2 months ago, I reckon this year had been one of my most frustrating years with my running. My left calf muscle kept being strained and the consistency of my running was completely obliterated. And also just my enjoyment of being able to go out for a run had been taken from me. So I don't think it's any surprise that the last 2 months, that's completely changed. Things have turned around. I'm back on track because what I've been doing to treat it and to prevent it has changed. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. I wanted to share with you some of the prevention strategies that I've used that have seen me get my running right back on track. Let's have a look. Great to have you here at Relax Running, guys. If you're a fan of the world of distance running or running-based sports, you're looking for ways to improve your running, make sure you hit subscribe. We've got new videos coming out every week. More than that, jump over and check out the Relax Running podcast. We speak to not only runners, but professionals in the scene each and every week to help your running go to a brand new level. But for today, we wanted to talk about these little buggers called calf strains. What are they? How do we treat them? How do we prevent them? Essentially, when we're talking about a calf strain, what we're talking about is the fibers in our calf muscles being broken. Depending on the severity of it, it's going to dictate the pain, but essentially often described as like some tension through the calf, or like a strong heat pain, or even like a really strong cramp in one particular area of the calf. If you want to hear some physios and some really good science behind what it is that causes these injuries, I highly recommend the Sports Injury Physio YouTube channel. But right now, let me share with you some of the strategies that I've implemented that have helped me prevent and treat the world of calf strains. Let me just be really brief on the subject of treatment. There was one mistake that I was making continuously with these strains. I would do a calf strain and then 2 days later I'd be like, I guess I'm right to get back into running. And I'd go out and I would try and run 5 miles or 10 Ks and be like, oh, I think I'm back, I'm good. And then I'd get about 4 Ks into that run and I'd feel it go again. And me being a little impatient, I just kept making that same mistake. You know, what do they say? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. I was guilty. I was doing it over and over again. So that was the first thing that changed. But for me, the most dramatic thing was the prevention element. Once I got on top of the calf strain, I did some steps that really helped my running go to a new level. That's what I wanted to focus on mostly in this video today. Now, for me, the best thing that I did was I created a little warm-up routine to help me get my calves ready for what was about to take place. And that warm-up routine had 3 or 4 strategies that I think were game changers for me. Firstly, I'll just jump on the foam roller and I'll do some light rolling. I'll do a little bit of massage just to get the calf muscles ready, to get the fibers loosened up, to say, hey, it's time to wake up. It's time to get ready. Any tension that's in there, it's important that you get away. Because I think going into the run with that little bit of tension around the calf was like a little primer to make sure it would ping again. So the first step that I did was just 2 or 3 minutes on a foam roller on in my instance, my left calf, just to loosen up, to get some blood going there, and to get that whole bit of tension just broken down a little bit. Once I'd done that, I also implemented a little bit of skipping. Now, obviously, when you've broken a fiber in your calf, you're going to have to re-strengthen and reactivate that fiber. Now, there's a gradual progression of resistance training that you can do to get it back to where it was pre-injury. One of the best things for me was skipping. Also, calf raises and weighted calf raises are another good thing. But speak to a health professional. Speak to your physio about how to build up that particular strategy. For me, the skipping was a great way to get some blood going into those calves after it had been rolled out a little bit. It just says, hey guys, get ready. We're about to run. Something's about to take place. And then once I had done that, I would jump into some light stretching. I would stand on a stair. I would stretch my calf down. I would really focus on that calf muscle because so much of the trouble was specifically in my calves. I didn't have problems with my hammies or my hips or my back from what I knew. So I would focus on that one particular area. And then once I went out for a run, I would use the first K or mile as a little bit of a warm-up part of that run. I wouldn't just go straight into it and go, all right, we're back, let's just start flying. I'd go, all right, hey, let's just gradually let that pace build up. If you're doing a session, I would encourage you to take the same approach with your warm-up. Make sure the warm-up jog is slow. Then get into some strides and gradually build it up so that when you get into the fast running, it's not like a massive shock to your body and your calf goes, no, stuff it, I'm out, I'm done again. I'm gone. Because we can't have you continually doing it, missing out on the consistency of training. The other thing that I highly recommend, for me, was really beneficial was the post-run or evening calf massage. Any tension that had built up in there, I'll just get my thumbs into it. I think just letting those muscle fibers relax and release was a really beneficial strategy to me. Truth is, there's a million ways that people deal with calf strains and different ideas on what it is that you can do to improve your own situation. So continue this conversation below. Let us know what's worked for you in the comments down below. Have a chat with a physio if it's a little more serious. I'd love to hear from you. Make sure you hit subscribe. We've got new videos coming out here every week. But for now, happy training, good luck with your calf, and I'll see you all here again next week.